There it is. What's going on, world? If you hear from the playback, just know I really put the work in, man. This morning did the basketball, Mountain Lake. I don't know if I'll ever go back. I like it up there, but I ain't gonna reason to be up there unless it's a female or something funny. But walk through the neighborhood in the back streets, trying to save me some money. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. And yeah, man, I got lost. I got lost back there, but I was like, let me go over yonder, past Boyer Ave, Boyer Street, whatever the fuck. Went over that way, down the hill. Had to start looping up, like kind of uppercutting up the back streets. I had to find the Prentice Frazier Park, little mini park, because they had a basketball hoop there. So, but yeah, man. I think another thing I be thinking about is like, you know, there's a quote that I was telling my friend last night on the phone because I learned it from a short that I found where like dude was having an interview at the mall, but it got serious out of nowhere. He said something like, "Don't attribute don't attribute to malice what you would attribute to incompetence," which for those that need a translation for that, I mean it's an idea that like people aren't out here trying to do malicious shit. They're just kind of in their zone. You know, they don't. They're not the type of person to hit people with the good morning or just make eye contact and say hello. Just acknowledge someone walking down the street. They're not really those type of people. They're just in their zone sometimes. Sometimes they see you or the next person. They don't want to say nothing. That's just how they are. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just be walking past you like it's nothing. Sometimes people just be looking for the smoke, but that's different. You know what I mean? The actual malice, the word, I guess, would it has more intention to it than just someone who's incompetent or someone who's just kind of ignorant. Because a lot, sometimes ignorance is like not even really intentional. If you're being honest, some people just don't know shit. Some people just don't know. So I can't even get mad at people not knowing shit. And that goes for everybody. But that's the conversation I had with my friend because he was over here driving, dealing with different people on the road, and people had to deal with him because he was out of state. He was out of country technically because he was driving through Canada. And I was like, yeah, people gonna deal with you a certain way intentionally, if not maliciously, but you got to be on top of your thing, straight like that. You just got to be on it. That's it. Just be on top of shit. But I say all that to say, like, the amount of people I walked past this morning, hit him with the good morning. Lady I saw at the park, I hit her with the good morning. You know what I'm saying? And you would think that you would think they care about me. Like these are like people that it's a brown lady, it's brown people too. I'll say hi to them. And sometimes they don't say hi to me, and they're over here. Part of their job is just looking after and taking care of the little girls that they're babysitting or the little kids that they're babysitting, little babies that they're just babysitting, taking them to the park and shit. So, you know, a lot of times I used to get upset, like, then I'm over here saying good morning and being nice to people, but they ain't being too nice to me. But it is what it is. People just in their zone, they're doing their thing. So you can't get mad. You know what I mean? A lot of times if the transaction isn't necessarily business or if the transaction isn't necessarily some form of I get something, you get something, if it's not none of that, then it ain't really about nothing for a lot of people. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. But yeah. So anyway, I'll say what I have to say. That's how the morning I was kind of just in a zen-like state, playing basketball, staying focused, but also just walking through and just shout out to the white lady who talked. Shout out to the two white people that talked to me. They helped me get across the street because on a normal day they wouldn't talk to me. How's it going? Pretty good, pretty good. But now we grabbing a coffee. So I'll try. I don't know. It's like an egg bite. Hold on, let me show you. Egg bites. So I'm gonna try this joint right here. How's it going? Pretty good. Can I do a 12-ounce Americano? And then I had a question about the egg bites. So my bad. So what I see, they look different.
Yeah, there's a bacon and goat cheese, and there's a chive and goat cheese.
So which one's the bacon? The brown one?
Yes.
Can I try the one that's not bacon? The green? Yeah.
Do you want those longer?
I'll take it the way it is. Yeah. Oh, sorry for the. Can I have that ice? Yeah, yeah. End of summer, but it's still warm. So.
Any cream, sugar?
I'll take a black. Yeah. Appreciate it. Uh-huh.
Egg bites. Anything else for you today?
I'll leave it at that. Yeah. Thank you. You guys do tap pay, huh? Let me do this real quick. Ooh, we're in there. Thank you. All right. But yeah, I'm getting better at that. You know, just I guess realistically, what it is, like the concept is just like not taking things too personal. But you know, every person has a every person has an ego. Oh, oh, does it come with two? Oh, my bad. Tweaking athlete, what's going on? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you, thank you. But I just yeah, not trying to take things too personal. Basically, getting better at that. You know, um, because like I said, the malicious stuff that's intentional. You know, things with mouths is very intentional. People know what they're doing sometimes. I don't know. I want to put that in my pocket. But yeah, what's going on, man? Tweaking athlete. I see you got the. Was that Saquon? No, that's Hurts. You got Hurts as the picture. What's going on, man? Am I connected? Hold on. I'm not. Yeah. And I got a squirrel running on the wire. Crazy. Oh, thank you, thank you. Let me get this right. Oh, Max, I can't read that, man. I don't know what language that is. I'm assuming it's Russian. I can't read it. My bad. I appreciate you being here, though. Let me know if you can understand me. Is it back? Yeah, it's back. All right, there we go. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, that's what I realized with the squirrel was like. I think he kind of left something there. I'm sorry. I think the crows left it just to kind of prove a point. Like we normally clean up the carcasses, but we left his body there. But I don't know if it like a cat killed him or something else. Hold on. Oh shit, there's hella bugs. And we got the bird scat right here. All right, hold on. Let me put this right there. I'm gonna share some with them. See what I can do. He said they put goat cheese on it. Eat that. Eat up. Birds over here. I might throw some on this side too. No, eat my share. My bad. But yeah, the birds was over here proving something to me. So I gotta take care of them today. I thought about it. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Remember the last day? I think I don't know if it was last time I was here, but one of the other days when I was talking to the lady, and then the lady said, I don't know what the crows is yelling at. I don't know what they're talking about, but they're over here. Sometimes they visit. I hear them nearby though. You know, you know what I mean? I don't see the birds. I heard the birds. I don't see them though. I heard them earlier. I don't see them though. But anyway, the ones by the house always show up. You see them, but I don't see them today. I'm more down the street. Yeah, I'm more down the street on MLK side. But boom, hi Samir and Kano. You know we doing it peaceful today, conducting things on a peaceful manner. Peaceful manner. I was talking. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I brought this up last time, man. A lot of episodes of God just showing up within my life, just kind of unveiling themselves, right or wrong, in front of me. And I was like just sitting there peeping game. I was like, I don't know why I get thrown these tests sometimes, man, but it is what it is. I just had to roll with it. Um, I don't know, I'll tell you a story. I was on the bus though, like last night going home. Actually, it was like a 3-part thing, 3 or 4 part. I'll say 4 part. It might have been a 4 part situation. I'm thinking about the whole day, how it panned out. Literally, my thing was like, all right, if it's gonna be full at the tabletop, then oh, there goes a crow right there. There he is, man. Get something to eat. Hold on. But yeah, so yesterday, I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of busy. That's what Derek was telling us. He works there, and I was like, get something to eat. Goat cheese and egg whites or whatever. Anyway, he was like, it's gonna be busy in the back, so you might not have any tables. I was like, cool, I'll just wait it out. One of my guys plays cards over there, so he said, I'll go in and I'll check for you, and I'll see how much space is available. So I'm just across the street the whole time, like I'm about to just game, live stream it. So oh, there's a little squirrel coming up. Go ahead, eat it up. Protein. But anyway, the get over here. All right, let me see. Let me flip it on you. They don't like being watched, but boom, squirrel over here. Damn, you see him? Squirrel right there. Yeah. But my guy Melon was looking out for me yesterday, and if it wasn't him, it was my guy James. They were all just hitting me up, like, "Hey man, are you here? Are you about to be here? So everybody kept messaging me. I was like, "Damn, what the?" So even though I felt, again, it's bright today, but yesterday was like straight overcast. Like we went from a hot weekend, a warm weekend, overcast. Like it kind of just it jumped from one thing to another, and I wasn't ready for it, and it threw me off a little bit. What ended up happening was like everybody was hitting me up, staying in contact, and when we're teaching one of the kids how to play, he was just my guy James was like, "This guy right here is real important. He organizes all this stuff," and I'm like, I'm not important, but I don't organize anything either. But damn, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I was appreciative. I'm just throwing food at the crows, and I was just appreciative. Damn, I got hit with the leaf. Fast forward, we're just doing our thing. I think we walk over to the lobster roll joint. So we go to the lobster roll joint, and the guy's like, "I found your page." I was like, "What?" He's like, "I've been watching your videos." I was like, "Damn." I know how to feel about it. I always feel crunchy when that shit happens. I was like, "Man, okay, that feels good." But he said the guy who showed up yesterday showed him. He said, "Yeah, he has a channel." Da da da. Kind of broke it down. I was like, "I appreciate that, man. I'll take what I can get." Talked a little bit. He hooked us up. Always hooked it up. Afterwards, we leave. I make sure I walk with my guys to the light rail. Make sure they get on the light rail. They're younger than me, so I want to make sure they get on and go home, get home safe or whatever. Um, and there it is. As soon as I get off, man, I'm trying to find the best bus route to go home. Like I said, all this is happening like this. Boop, boop, boop. Good thing, bad thing, good thing, whatever. There's a lot of good things happening. The whole day is good, and then it leads up to this. Hey, watch out, man. Got the bumblebee trying to get some egg whites. What the fuck? All right, hold on. But yeah. Bro, I'm over here walking by it's like Union Station and shit, by the escalators. If I get stung, I get stung. Fuck it. Anyway. Oh, that's my food, man. Leave the food alone. Leave the food alone, bro. Come on. Not the food. Ah, all right, hold on. Cut that up, man. Cut that out. Cut that out. Bumblebee chasing down the egg whites. You know what it is? It's like the cheese too. Watch out. Oh. Watch out. Watch out. Come on, man. I'm about to get stung. I'm about to get stung. There he goes. Don't do it. Man, hold on. I'm gonna get stung. Find the squirrel though. Birds eating good. Birds eating good today. Oh, yeah, so I was saying, leave the light rail station. I start to loop around towards Union Station because they said to catch them 500 buses. Catch the 500 buses and transfer, and then get back to the CD. So, my bad, my bad. I'm going around the corner, man. There's like a white. I'm about 5'5". This dude's smaller than me, so he about 5'1", 5'2". White dude walking up the staircase, and he's waddling like he's a fiend or something. I'm looking at him. It just looked like he was struggling up. Now, mind you, as he's coming up, walking across, is a security dude. This dude's about 250, big black dude. He looks right at him, and he just starts saying the fucking N word, ER, and everything, just hard R at him. And he's like, yeah, I can't stand him, da da da. And I'm like, I'm about to walk to like I'm telling you, I'm walking to the bus stop. And I'm like, hold on, wait. And I turned around because I was like, I might see a knockout. And I turned around, I heard him talking. And he's saying some shit to him. He's trying to antagonize him. He said, don't you security guys have a gun or something? And the dude's calling me like, yeah, I'm about to use it right now. Let me know. I'm about to use it right now. He was just talking to him real calmly. I had to walk up to him. I said, hold on, wait. Please just walk off, man. Like, walk off right now. Because we don't need this today. We don't need this today. There's too many emotional whatever going on. Everybody's ramped up. I was like, just walk off, man. He said, I don't mean it disrespectfully. I was like, there's no other way you mean it. You're being disrespectful, bro. You're being disrespectful. He said, I don't mean it disrespectfully. He kept on trying to tell me, I don't mean it disrespectfully. I was like, nah, bro, just walk this off. Please. Just walk this off. He starts going this way, like kind of towards where I was going. He started going where I was going, so I was kind of like, damn, I gotta walk past this dude. And then security guy just walked up, dabbed me up. He was like, all right, cool. I said, hey man, just so he started going inside the Union Station where they're stationed at. I said, yeah, not today, man. Don't do anything today, please. Not tonight, not tonight. I don't know what's happening, but everybody's tripping right now. This is all the week after. Oh, you brought someone else. Go eat something. I'm out of food. I ran out of food, guys. I was like, man, there's a piece of me that walked up and wanted to antagonize the situation. I want to see him get knocked out, but I thought about it. I was like, dude's in uniform. He might lose his job if he snaps too hard. But I was like, you know what? Just walk away, man. I don't want to see this right now. I don't think we want to deal with this. All that weird antagonizing shit. Let me throw this away. I wasn't with it. I think the bumblebee was on me the whole time. The whole time. But yeah, oh damn. Fuck, man, I got shit on the table. Anyway, so it's just one thing after another. So the whole time I'm thinking like, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? I don't know. Hopefully, maybe he deserved. Like on one end, it's like maybe he deserved to get knocked out, so he can learn his lesson. But I just didn't want to see none of that tonight. I was like, listen, I had a great day. I was productive at the library. I was productive at the card shop. We helped the kids out or whatever, the younger people. We got food together. It was a great. Like all the hours. It was great. I said good morning to the dude at the coffee shop. Like everything was working out, bro. Everything was great. And then this dude wanted to just pop the N word at the word. I was like, bro, don't do this. So all I'm thinking about, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I stop a fight? Did I stop an altercation? Get on the bus. As soon as I get on the bus, dude in the back, because I always go to the back. He's like, "How you doing, brother? What's going on, man?" So I'm just sitting there, music. Then he started talking to me about all this crazy shit. I don't know what he was saying. He was saying something about like first he was like "Salam alaikum," and then we started talking, and he's bringing shit, this spiritual shit, this God shit. I was like, damn, okay. And it was like, again, it's a short ride. It's like 2.5 stops. He's over here talking to me all this God talk, and I'm over here. I gotta pull a cord. So I'm like, I gotta get off right here. I want to chop it up more. I want to hear this blessed conversation. I don't know. Anyway, I get off. We're talking a little bit. He said, yeah, he's making all these. I don't know the biblical references. I don't know the Quran references. I don't know all the stuff he's talking about, but he's breaking it down. I think he was Jamaican. I could be wrong. But then he's like, all right, man, you have a good one. Da, da, da. So we walk off, stand at the bus stop. I'm like, all right, if I stay here for 15 minutes, it's a Sunday, my bus will show up, but I might as well catch the express, go up the hill, and just walk from there. I'm bringing full circle. My guy from the Bay calls me because he said, yeah, I'm actually crossing the border right now. Like I crossed uh what's that shit? British Columbia, like up in Canada. He's like I crossed from over there, and I'm pretty much in Washington State right now. So it's telling me like 2 hours straight shot from where or 1.5 hours, 2 hours. What's going on, Alex John? What's going on, bro? Appreciate you dropping in, man. Ain't seen you in a while. I mean, a couple nights ago I seen you, but that was it. But yeah, we started talking on the phone, and then bam, full circle. Like I said in the beginning of the live, he starts telling me all this shit about the other Canadian drivers having to deal with him, etc., and the people he has to deal with and whatnot. And I said, hey man, that reminds me of a quote I had seen on this YouTube, or just boom, back to full circle. What I was saying, guys are just in a mall, dude's interviewing somebody walks in the middle of the interview in front of the camera, and the guy goes, man, dude just walked in front of the camera like we're not recording or nothing. The guy goes right away, he says, never attribute to malice what you can attribute to uh incompetence. So back to that, it's just like, man, I really, I think back to he's a fiend, man. Yeah, he might have been a crack, he might have been drunk, like he might have just been saying some shit, he might have just seen somebody riled it up, his real inner whatever came out, pause, and he just decided that day like he wanted to get. I mean, some people wanted that day, man. Some people want to get knocked out some days. Some people want to get shot. That's how drunk and fucked up he might have been. He might have been trying to get shot. That's what's crazy. Some people are like, you know, some people can't admit they're suicidal, so they do homicide shit. They get themselves in trouble. And I think that's what happened. I could be wrong. Like, I'm not trying to read into it because I don't know this guy. I don't know him any better than I know my dad, my brother, my neighbor. Like, I don't know him any better than that. But just based on what I'm looking into, I'm like, sometimes you got to think quick just to make sure that this isn't back to this, like a malicious action or a malicious whatever. His intentions weren't malicious and trying to incite a beef or a riot. Like, you just don't know. Some people be stand-ins like that. Some people just get, it is, man. Some people get put on this earth to be a blessing. Some people just be a burden. It's fucked up. Hate to say it. Here we go. But yeah, man, I had to think about that a lot. Where I was like, so anyway, I said this to say, why would I constantly go to places where people want to, damn, that's crazy. People want to challenge that or test that side of you. Why would you go there? You know what I mean? That goes for everybody. And I find myself in places where it's like, it's more uplifting than anything. You understand? I grew up around a lot of testing already. Shit, they were testing us all the time as kids. They were testing everything from your hearing, your sight, if you were on the spectrum, all this weird shit. They've been testing you since you were a kid. They gave you the WASO, they gave you the HISPy, they gave you so many different tests, and then on top of it, you're in a neighborhood where motherfuckers want to test you and see what you're about and all that. And it's just like weird that like you keep a dude on your mind that long. I'm mad at it, but it is what it is. And some people just want to keep testing it. They want to keep testing it, and then the older you get, you get accustomed to that. It's like it's a conditioning. It's like you're used to this conditioning of people trying to test you all the time, and it's just like as you get older, it's like where do you want to be? Where would you rather be at? There's nothing wrong with putting your kids through them tests because you're trying to raise them a certain way, and it's just like you learn all this shit just to unlearn it. You understand? That's my message to a lot of older people, bro. It's like all the shit you were used to growing up, man. How do you undo it? How do you simplify? Does that make sense? And I think that was the quote, if not seeing it in real life, was the start of everything. That was the beginning of everything. Where I was like, you know what, this is true. I'm seeing it in real life, in real time. Where it's like, I'm noticing everyone's malicious intent around here, man. Oh my bad. Everyone's malicious intent. People trying to talk to you a certain way. People treat you a certain way. Things like that. I wish I could show you this bumblebee, but I can't flip the camera right now. Guys just hanging out. I might be on the wrong side of the table. Oh, that's why. Is there something in between the cracks? I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting visits by the insects and everything. So it is what it is. I just don't want to get stung. That's my main thing. I don't want to get stung, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not spending too much time places anymore, man. The more I think about it, I can't spend time in a lot of places no more. There used to be a comfort thing where it's like you go there, people ask questions, they test and shit. And I was, again, I can't like, I don't want to say like I can't say certain things, but yeah, there's certain things where it's like someone taught me. I'll give you a fucked up example. I went to a restaurant. I love eating at this place, and I love that culture's food. And then the lady there was talking to me about her people because I love, just talking history and shit. And at some point, like maybe the second or third time I go visit, and I'm talking to her, and whether she's bartending or hanging out there, she's like, I'm gonna tell you something about my people. We very ignorant, like we very arrogant too. Like we be thinking we're everything, we're all that, and we know we're so tapped into our history and blah, blah, blah. Like she started breaking all this shit down. She's like, we're some very arrogant people. You know what I mean? It's bad enough that we talk and whisper behind people's backs, but it's another thing when we deal with each other and we're very arrogant about who we are and who we are in the fabric of history. So I'm listening to her like, what the fuck? So I was like, I don't know if I see it, but I told her, I was like, I mean, because she's a person of color, so I'm like, I mean, I feel like you deserve to be proud of that, right? She's like, no, trust me. She said, trust me. Fast forward, I'm going, like I say, I go drop in on these spots that I grab food and whatever at, food, drinks, or whatever at. And I go to these little spots, and the people of that culture, if not related to it, very, very arrogant. And they be talking to me in like some slick way. So like I said, back full circle. I wonder sometimes, like, damn, are they trying to throw real shots and shade at me? Like I thought we knew each other enough to really have that conversation. So that's why I told him, I was like, we're really not that close for us to be having that type of convo, but it happens, man. And the way it be happening is sad. It's sickening. But I get it. And it's like it's not my place to call it out. It's my place to call it out on a one-on-one kind of thing. But the whole culture aspect of like what that lady warned me about was actually true. You know what I mean? And I couldn't really escape that. You know. And it fucked me up. It just fucked me up mentally. I was like, damn, she was right. You know, not in a bad way, but she was right. You know. But again, those aren't my problems. That's for someone else to deal with. That's for someone, quite possibly of the culture. Oh, I should have showed you. There's a dude on a motorcycle who got a speaker on his motorcycle, but he be doing his thing. But anyway, um, what is it? It's kind of more of people of that culture to check each other. I mean, one thing I say all the time is like, when are white people going to hold each other accountable for the ignorant shit that they do and say? And they usually don't. They usually see it happen in public and they kind of just let it happen. You know, it wasn't my job to step in, but I was like, there's an encompassing like, I don't want to see violence today. I don't want to see anything get out of line. I don't want to see us lose our, because you think about it, he's over here arguing with a dude that's just on his shift back to the security guard. It's like he's just trying to work transit security today, and then he gets insulted, and the dude tries to cover it up like he's not being insulting. So I'm like, yeah, something's off about that. Something about that I don't really like. I just I can't stand for it no more, man. I can't see it. I mean I don't know. I used to be the person on the bus that would just allow that shit to happen. Person at the bus stop, you would just watch it happen. I'm like, I don't know. Something about that doesn't sit right with me anymore. I'm not trying to be a hero, but it's like I don't want to see it no more. Good off that shit. It used to be cool. It used to be cool. Because then you would go back to school, you would tell a story. You'd be like, "Hey, man, you imagine the shit I saw. You let me tell you this story. Well, so and so was there. He could vet it for you." And it's just like it's nothing to be proud of anymore, man. The older we get, and the more we allow that crazy shit to happen, it's just like this ain't good. Come on, bro, don't do it. Bumblebee, like I said, the little bumblebee over here. Yeah, there you go. I'm about to get done with it. Don't do it. Anyway, and I'm trying to carry that practice in everywhere I go. I want to carry it everywhere I go. Like take it with me. Like and what I'm trying to say is like some places it don't fly, so you call it a no fly zone. Some areas, man, There's places like not too not too many miles away. Oh shit, not too many miles away. That's a nail though. Or a staple. Is this a staple? That's a staple. Um, there's places not too like too many like not too far away mileage wise. Like here, like in this state, in this county or whatever. There's places where that shit just doesn't fly, and it's like there's no reason for me to be there. If I'm being helpful or if I'm helping something out, sure, sure, but it's a no-fly zone. You know what I mean? Me mastering my piece isn't me mastering my piece. I shouldn't be disrupting it basically, and I'm trying to get better at that. I'm just trying to get better at that. You know. So I've been saying this for a while. So I might, like I said, I might go until we hit the 200. When we hit the 200, I might leave it at that for a while. Also, it's getting colder outside. You know, the fact that it's breezy right now, man. It looks bright behind me, but it's breezy right now, guys. It's getting colder out here. I can't deal with the cold. I've been saying this for a while. I gotta go somewhere warmer. I gotta go somewhere warmer. But yeah, after this, what we're gonna do? Hit the Silk song, whatever. I gotta use the bathroom anyway. Let's start walking over to the destination. It's Monday though. It's Monday. I was happy I was able to share the egg whites, but we'll see who pops in. Share the egg whites with the girls. That I was able to feed them because last time they were here, they seem upset or just whatever. They just seem a little rowdier than usual. So I was able to feed the birds this time. Not too much, but at least I got egg whites. So now I gotta find something to feed the bumblebees with now if they're gonna visit. You know, whatever that is. Yeah, if I don't be going to certain spots no more, I be thinking about that shit. They're like, "Where you been at?" Like, if it ain't work, it's work. You know, like if I ain't going to work, I'm working on something. I ain't be talking to these people no more. But yeah, we had the 40, made it to 40. I'll leave it at that, man. You know, I'm more for the engagement, if you will. You know, the engagement and the conversation piece. That's what the live chat's for. But nonetheless, I love and appreciate everyone that dropped in. The few and the proud. There it is, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Peace.